I've been in this home for 24 years. June will be 24 years. January of this year, on the chimney side of my house, I noticed a small hole starting to develop in the siding. And I've had carpenter bee issues, things like that, the whole time I've been here. But it was getting bigger and bigger. I watched it off and on for about 2 weeks. So one night I was watching it around dusk to see what was putting that hole there. And that's when I saw a squirrel walk up my roof line right into that hole, into my attic space. So then I got, started, that kind of moved the timeline of the siding replacement up. I was probably going to have to do it sometime this year anyway, but that brought it to a head. I was not going to have squirrels and squirrel babies and a squirrel house party going on in my attic. I was talking with family, and it was a family member that reminded me of TrustDale.com. Now, TrustDale, I remembered that because Dale Cardwell used to be on WSB as a consumer reporter. And TrustDale, for those that don't know, they pre-vet the companies that they recommend. So it's kind of like an added extra peace of mind, if you will. They also have a $10,000 work guarantee, so that if anything happened, went awry, they would get involved if the company you hired didn't meet your satisfaction and you couldn't work it out. You had a third person that would come in and get involved, and to the tune of $10,000 would back you up. First off, I put in my zip code, and that's when TrustDale popped up 4 companies that did siding work in my area. That's how I found out about Roof-Tastic PGRS. So that was my process to even begin to know where to start, was through TrustDale.com. I did. I actually went through an estimating process after I had gotten 4 companies online that did siding work in my area. So I had 2 previous companies do estimates for me before I got to y'all. And that was a learning process in itself. Again, I knew zero about all this when it started in January. I chose Roof-Tastic because of the warranty. And the warranties were twofold, in that there was materials warranty for 30 years and there was workmanship warranty, which Roof-Tastic also offered 30 years. And I'm going, I'm counting in my head how old I would be in 30 years, and I won't care then, right? So everybody else wouldn't offer more than about 2 years, I think, was the longest. And even though Roof-Tastic was about $1,200 more, at that point, with the total amount I was spending, $1,200 was not that big a deal. But if it gave me complete satisfaction and peace of mind, and I wouldn't ever have to do this again to this home, that $1,200 was well spent, and I would spend it again. Davin was the first person-to-person exposure I had with your company, and Davin was super. He's a super nice guy, very personable, very knowledgeable about what he does. He does a great job for y'all. He was extremely patient with me, because as I became educated about the whole process, I had a bazillion questions, and that is no lie. Most salespeople, they sell it and then they're gone. Davin was here for pre-construction the Friday before the Monday start. He was here that Monday morning. He came by. He wasn't here all day every day, but he would come by and check on things. I mean, I just felt like Davin was looking after me from beginning to end. When Zach showed up, it was clear to me right off the bat, he knew this project inside and out. Zach proceeded to go through the list of materials, and I mean, he was checking every material that needed to be involved in this project. We discovered that morning that as the old siding was coming off, they were going to put new vents up where there were vents on the house. There were no new vents in the materials. So Zach went to the local Lowe's not far down the road and bought 4 new vents that morning and had them on this job site that day. Zach was on top of things. Olivia was great. I never met Olivia face to face, but we communicated via telephone and through email when she started scheduling the project. You know how you just get a feel for somebody over the phone? They know what they're doing, they know what they're talking about. I had that feeling immediately the first time I spoke to Olivia. Eugenio was out here with the crew, the siding crew, doing removal and installation of new siding. He was here every day they were working, and so that was 3 days total. He just was super, super top-notch and very conscientious, kept everybody moving, so nobody was like waiting for what they needed to do next. I mean, it was like a well-oiled machine, and Eugenio was on top of it like nobody's business. Everyone from start to finish, I didn't have a bad experience with anyone in the entire Roof-Tastic team. From the team leads to the crews to, I mean, you name it. I don't have the first complaint about a single one, not one. Super awesome experience all the way around for me. Absolutely, no question whatsoever. I would choose y'all again and again. You know when the fit is right, it's like a puzzle piece. I mean, there's no play, there's no jostling, it's a perfect fit. And when you have that perfect fit, I had it as a customer with a vendor providing a service. It never felt wobbly. We just fit perfect. And all my interactions, I couldn't have been any better. I own this house outright by myself, and being a woman contracting work like that, it was a little daunting and a little overwhelming. But Roof-Tastic put my mind at ease over and over and over. And like I said, no matter how many questions I had, the patience was top-notch, the knowledge, the experience, even the particulars about the Hardie warranties. No, we don't want to do that because that'll void the warranty. You know, even those things. I couldn't have asked for a better experience. There's nobody better. Y'all are the best in the business. From the bottom of my heart to everybody at Roof-Tastic, I just want to say thank you, because I don't have to worry about it anymore.